Hello everyone. So there is one topic that I would really want to cover in this video is regarding the attacks on the Indian diaspora on the foreign soil. So you must have seen in the past 2-3 years there has always been a huge amount of attacks on the Indian embassy on the foreign soil, whether it's Canada, it's Europe, Australia, America. There have been numerous of instances where there has been some sort of violence activities that have been that have been actually occurred on the Indian embassy or on the Indian origin people on the foreign soil. So what is the reason behind that, and why these attacks are happening, and why do not these countries in which these attacks are happening on the Indian diaspora, you can say, or on the Indian embassy, or the people who are working for India while sitting in those countries, why these attacks and these threats are giving to the Indian embassy and the Indian origin people in the foreign soil, and especially those people who are working for the government of India. For example, every country has the Indian embassy. The people who are working in those Indian embassy, they always get threats regarding why they are working for the government of India. So there have been numerous of instances that were captured in the last 2-3 years. So what was the major reason behind that? Okay, so before starting this, I have given you numerous examples that there have been attacks on the Indian embassy. Then there was a lot of videos which were coming online in which the people from a certain people from certain communities, they were disrespecting the Indian flag. They were disrespecting the Indian integrity, and they were disrespecting basically India as a country, which is really not respectable, because India is a democratic country, right? And when we go on the foreign soil and when we see these kind of attacks that happen on for the India, for example, burning the Indian flag, or talking, I mean, I can understand there are certain people, obviously they do have some sort of revolt against certain politicians. You can abuse them, you can abuse the politicians, but why to interfere and why to include India as a whole country? Because India as a whole country is not run by certain people. They are in the government right now for 5 years. Maybe after the next 5 years there's some other party will come, right? But this India is going to stay there. So this is just an humble request to all those people who try to attack the Indian diaspora, that please do not do this, because I can understand your hate towards, or maybe not hate, your certain disagreements with the government of India, which is fine, a lot of people have. But to attack the Indian diaspora, it's not something that I believe is a very, it's not, we should not be very proud, because at the end of the day we all are Indians, right? And that kind of attack on the Indian diaspora, it's not really acceptable. And before that, there have been links that were discovered by NIA or any of the Indian intelligence Indian intelligence. There have been links that were provided to the Indian intelligence that these certain people are linked with some sort of Pakistani based organization or Pakistani based terror organization, that they are doing this thing willingly to attack or to damage the India's respect. For example, in the Western countries, for example, like Europe, you can say America, Canada. You already know that we do have a lot of high tension between Canada in the last 5-6 months, right? So that is the reason why these Western countries, why they don't, if you will see continuously while these attacks were happening on the Indian diaspora, obviously right now it has been lowered down. The intensity has been lowered down, but if you would have observed in the last 6-8 months or the last 2 years, there were a lot of attacks that were happening, right? And there were a lot of anti-national or anti-India slogans were being said by people, which is not a really great sign, because at the end of the day we all are Indian, right? So any party or anyone who will try to bring our country as a whole country in those anti-national slogans, it's not a great sign of as a country, as a people, right? So this is what I want to convey message through this video, that anyone who do have a slightly disagreement with the government of India, they can do their protest regarding the government of India, but including country, as a whole country, India is not really a great sign of respect to the country, because at the end of the day they were also born in this country, right? So this is the basically the instances and arguments that I gave regarding the attacks on the Indian diaspora. Now the next big thing is that why these Western countries, let's suppose if the attacks are, there was a incident that happened on the Britain. There was a people who were attacking the Indian embassy in a right opposite to the Indian embassy, right? They were saying anti-national, or you can say anti-India slogans, which was not a really great sign. And then there has been instances where Indian embassies were burned down in America. In Canada, there were a lot of Indian embassy officials. They were working in the they were working as an Indian as an Indian foreign you can say as a foreign policy administrative services that they were providing in the Indian embassy. They were being getting threats. They are also getting threats on a regular basis. So why these Western countries do not take any kind of steps? So there are two main reasons why these countries do not take any steps. The first one is because obviously India is a growing economy, right? And our biggest strength is our population. So India is a growing economy, and in the next 20 years after China, we will bring out our manufacturing line to an extent where majority of the Western countries will be fall behind us. So that is one of the reasons why you can slightly say that, I mean, not just in a say, but there is a hope, there is like just a slightly assumption that there might be a reason why Western countries want to pull down the nation's, you can say, respect, or you can say the nation, the India's respect in the Western countries. They do not want to act towards really harsh towards those people. So that could be one reason. Maybe they could be jealous, or maybe jealous would not be the right word, but because India is a growing economy, right, and we have a huge population, and our huge population is our biggest strength as well as our biggest weakness as well. But right now, if we will take it as a strength, there are people in the Western side, for example, Canada, America, Australia, or you can say the whole European Union. There are countries which doesn't really like the way India growing right now, like the economy's point of view. If you will see, we are growing. Obviously we do have a lot of inflation right now, but we are actually growing. But after 1991, the liberation of economy, which was done by Dr. Manmohan Singh, we are right now on the right path for a growing. Obviously then 2008 global recession came, then 2020 COVID came, but still we are on the right track. So that could be one reason. And the second reason is these Western countries do have a diplomacy which states that any attack on their nation, like on their national integrity, is not acceptable. But any kind of attack on any other country is slightly, you can say, they don't really act very harsh towards them. So for example, you can say the attacks that are happening in Australia, for example, in Canada or in America, these government can take some harsh decisions regarding those people, but they won't take it. Why they won't take it?